Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing, how to set up for the first time, and a first look at this Eureka J15 Pro Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. So I did buy this with my own money. Retails for $1,000. It's on sale for $700 right now. So we're going to unbox it. We're going to connect it to our iPhone, and then we're going to have it clean this room. I will put a link to it underneath the show description notes if you end up purchasing it using my link. The product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. I am an Amazon affiliate, and I do use affiliate links. Okay, so here's everything that comes in the box. We've got these mop pads we got to install in the robot, a side brush. We've got this ramp. We're going to just snap the ramp on. Now, I've got this on my table right now. You're going to be setting this up against a wall near a plug-in. Now, when you put it up against the wall, you need about a foot and a half clear on either side and a couple feet in front of it clear. Okay, so let's talk about the base station, then we're going to talk about the robot. So the base station is going to wash the mop pads. It's going to auto empty the dustbin as the robot's going to go around and vacuum up your house. So up here we have a dirty water tank and a clean water tank. There's your clean water tank. We're going to fill that up with just clean water. Here's the dirty water tank. It's a different color. You'll have to empty this out once in a while. It is hinged. So it looks like it's pretty easy to get in there, and you'll have to clean that out to help prevent odor. Now there is no solution tank. So right here, this is the dust bin. So be careful, don't bend this down all the way. There's these little tabs down there. So just open it and then pull it straight up. There's the dust bag. So there's another vacuum cleaner inside, or there's another vacuum inside here that's going to kick on, and it's going to suck everything out of the robot right there. Once in a while, you will have to replace this bag. Looks like it's pretty easy to replace. Up here, we have like a status light. This is going to tell us different things when it's plugged in. Now, around back, we do have a power switch. So make sure it's in the line position. That's on. And we've got a cord. The cord is 80 inches long, and it is 3-prong. So it looks like it's 120 volts, 60 hertz. During hot water washing, it's going to use 1022 watts. Front to back, 17.5 inches. Left to right, 15.5. Height-wise, the robot's only 18.5 inches tall, but you will need almost 26 inches so you can lift the water containers up and out. So again, this is the clean water tank, and you're simply going to open it up and fill this up with just clean water. Down here is the docking station. This is where it's going to charge the robot. This is where it's going to fill the robot's internal water tank up. This is where it's going to clean the mop pads. There's where it's going to kick on and suck everything out of the dust bin. And it's going to use hot water to wash the mop pads, and then it's going to suck it up into the dirty water tank. And once in a while, you will have to take this tray out to clean it. These are called self-cleaning. It helps to self-clean the base here. And then at the end of the job, it's going to blow hot air. There's going to be hot air come out right here, and it's going to blow hot air on the mop pads to dry them. Now, the robot's not a perfect circle. So at its maximum, it's about 15 by about 13.5. They say this helps for it to get into corners. They call it a square circle. All right, let's measure how tall it is. It does have LiDAR navigation, and it's 4, and be careful with that, it's 4¼ inches tall. So there's spinning LiDAR underneath here to help with navigation and mapping your house. We got a power button, a return to dock button. There are these bumper guards. Let's remove these bumper guards because it does have the bumper on the front. Now the bumper's free to move. It does have a video camera on the front that you can see on your smartphone. You can have it as a video camera that has a light. It has 3D AI intelligent view. This is going to do several different things. It can distinguish liquid on the ground. And if it sees liquid, it's supposed to turn the robot around and use its mop pads to mop up the liquid. And it can also raise the brush roller here. So it can raise that if it senses liquid. And also if this sensor on the front senses dry debris, it can slow down the brush, the side brush, so it doesn't kick it all around. And it should help with obstacle avoidance also. So we come around here, it looks like there is a side sensor. Around back, that's where it's going to charge the robot. This is where it fills the robot up. It has an internal tank. There's like a reverse sensor. There's some alignment plugs. This is where it auto empties the dustbin. We lift this up. There's a code here that you can scan with your phone and it'll connect to your smartphone. We have a Wi-Fi reset button and a light. Here is the dust bin. So it's going to vacuum your house. Everything's going to go inside this dust bin. And then at the end of the job, everything will get sucked out this little side door right here. Once in a while, you will have to replace this filter, but mainly you're going to be cleaning it and letting it dry. It's got like a little pre-filter, a little screen there. Put it in. This, you can open this up here. That's got like a little hinge. You can clean all of this out. This will get dirty once in a while. Put it back in and then close this. So here are the mop pads. So both, they come assembled, but once in a while you will have to replace these. You can also put this pad in the laundry to kind of refreshen it, but the base station should wash them and dry them at the end of the job. And they're just held on with like a little magnet. Now this one can move out to the side. So when it senses that it's up next to a wall, it'll move this brush roller so that it can mop right next to the floor. Now the way these mops work is when you've got mud on the floor, it has to capture the mud. So in these little pores here, you're hoping that the robot will capture the mud. Then when it goes back to the base station will wash the mud off and it can go clean some more. Now it does have a little port here that's going to spray some water on the mop pad to keep it wet while it's mopping. Now it does have a carpet sensor. So up here, there's a carpet sensor. And when it senses carpet, it can raise and lower these mop pads 12 millimeters. So when it's going over carpet, it will raise them. Here's the brush roller. Here's the side brush. Now we do have to install this side brush. It's in a fixed location. It just snaps on. We have these fall off sensors here, these little glass windows. That's so it doesn't fall down the stairs. And once in a while you will have to wipe those clean. Let's take a closer look again. It can raise and lower this. This is what vacuums your house. Pinch these tabs. There's what this looks like. Let's take a look at the brush roller. Now there is this little feature. There's like this little they call it like a razor down here. Oop, it is kind of sharp. Be careful. It's going to help cut the hairs off of the brush roller. So as the hairs get tangled up around here, that little razor is going to help cut them off. And it says it's got some features to help keep the hair from tangling around the sides. Also, put these front ears in first and click it and then snap it into place. Okay, I've got the clean water tank filled up with just clean water. In the manual, it doesn't talk anything about adding solution to it. And there again, there is no solution tank. I've got it plugged in. The white light is breathing. We're going to scan this QR code. You do need the Eureka app. You do have to log in with a username and password. Click the little plus button here. We're going to scan the code. All right. It uses your camera to scan. All right. Now you can turn the robot on. Now, I like to, when you dock it, it's going to turn itself on. It turns the robot on. So there. When you dock it, you see the light flashing. Those lights should turn on. Might take just a little bit. Yeah, those lights are on now, and we're going to hear a tune in just a second. But I can go through this. I've turned the robot on. You could manually turn it on. Open. I did this already. I scanned it. Oh no, I got to press and hold the network key for 3 seconds. All right, so I probably should have left it out of the dock. I got to press and hold this. 1001, 1002, 1003. All right, so we heard a beep. Now click check, next, allow. It only uses 2.4 gigahertz. Select your Wi-Fi network. I don't know why it took you to that screen, but you should be able to select your Wi-Fi, give it your Wi-Fi password. Okay. All right, so this did tell me that it's connecting. I do see we're going to get 3 check marks, hopefully.
Network connection successful.
All right, this will be important to name it if you're going to use it with your smart devices, but I'll leave that name. Confirm. 84% charge. All right, we're in. This is like a home screen. You're going to enter the actual app for that robot. Okay, let's agree to some privacies. We're going to create a new map first. Let's just wait just for a second to see if it has a software update. Okay, sure enough, there is a firmware Let's hit update. Now you don't have to do that. You can have it do it at night or something, but since I'm doing reviews on these, I like to do the updates that have the latest features. It did sound like it fixed quite a few things. And if you want to do it first, you can go into the settings and you'll see firmware update. And you may notice the indicator light down there is blinking fast white. That means the Bluetooth's disconnected. So during this update, it's kind of disconnecting from Bluetooth. Solid white on the base unit means standby, cleaning mop, emptying the dustbin. Breathing white means it's pairing. Purple light, the base station is self-cleaning, cleaning the cleaning tray. Blinking red has got a fault. Now again, during this whole setup, don't leave the app alone. Don't do other things on your tablet or anything. The quick start guide is really good, and it's got some information. So if your robot doesn't pair with the robot first has to pair with the base station. If it doesn't, there's this whole procedure about taking the dustbin or the dust bag in and out real quick and 3 times. I didn't have to do any of that. Mine already paired. So the robot pairs with the base unit, and now we're connecting the base unit to my tablet. Hopefully that works just for you. All right, the update's done. That only took about 5 minutes. All right, we need to create a map. Hopefully yours has charge. I've got 84% charge. You're gonna create a new map. Quick mapping. You can do clean and map. It'll clean your entire house and map. It's a little more accurate, I think, but quick mapping I think works just great also. All right, it's gonna move around your house, open up your doors, pick stuff up off the floor that normally isn't there. Like this cart's normally here, so I'll leave the cart there. And then it'll just map this house. And you get a real world update of the LiDAR mapping. And don't stand around it either. And look who has come, Miss Fiona. So it's not gonna clean, it's just gonna randomly go around your house and map. Yeah, I should have picked that cord up. So it's already, sorry Fiona, it's already taking pictures, looks like. There's me and Fiona. So even while it's mapping, it's finding obstacles. Now I wrote down a bunch of notes. There's some things that are intriguing me. Reducing the speed of the side brush, 16,000 pascals of suction, that is a lot. It can raise the mop pads, 12 millimeters. They talk about it being a rounded square body so that it can get into corners better, which we're going to test that. And it talks about the knife. That was pretty sharp. For cutting hairs, we'll see about that. Oh, and the camera on the front can detect wetness. And it says it turns the robot around and it can lift the brush roller. That's going to be neat to see. And then for debris, it can slow the side brush down. Now, something I don't understand is this automatic dust removal from the tray. Are they talking about the tray that washes the mops? Because it says after the waste on the tray is scraped into the collection area, which is that the dirty water, it undergoes high temperature drying and is then collected into the dust bag during the next cycle, making it manual clean. You know, these trays do get dirty when they're washing the mop pads, and then there is some residual dirt there, but I didn't see where it can suck that up. I don't know if it's talking about that or the dust bag inside the robot. It's, you know, they really hide this stuff. It should be more descriptive. It does do 4 levels, 4 floors, and they're talking about this privacy protection. Since it does take pictures and video, I don't know anything about this TÜV certified privacy protection, but it says it helps protect your privacy. Okay, so mapping took about 15 minutes. That's a little bit longer than like a Roborock or something, but not too bad. The map looks pretty accurate. So let's go into the map tools. We want to now create different things. Room arrangement. We want to click the room, or no, division, click division, then click the room. Now I want to divide this room. Now that line has to be solid, and I can move it. I can make it bigger, smaller. Oops. I can pinch and zoom the map. There, that looks really good. Now I should have 2 different rooms. There, room 1 and room 2. Now I can merge the rooms, say if it came up with a bunch of different rooms. Room name, this is important, so when you're doing your smart devices, kitchen. Cleaning order, ooh, that's important too. 1, 2. Confirm order. I love when they give cleaning orders. That's when you tell it to clean the entire house, it'll clean the kitchen first, then the big room. All right, let's go. We want to go floor material, floor tiles. You can do the direction, carpet editing, floor mat. I'm going to let the robot clean my entire house because you'll see it has a carpet sensor. So it'll show me hopefully where all the carpet is, but I'm not going to mess with this yet. I'm going to have it clean my entire house a couple times. All right, let's see if we can add a no-go zone. Furniture editing, I don't really add furniture. I do have a couch here I could add, but I'm not going to do that right now. Region settings, virtual, okay. That's a little different wording. I was looking for no-go zones, but regional no-go zone settings. Okay, so we can put a virtual wall, which I'm going to do. I don't want it to go down this hallway. So it will not go down that hallway. There's a virtual wall. Let's do a no-go zone. I'm also going to put a no-go zone over here. I got a bunch of stuff on the floor. It's just really going to struggle with that stuff. I could put a no mop zone, that's yellow. So say if I got a carpet and I want it to stay away from that little rug or something, but not going to put that yet. A threshold, so it does have thresholds, okay. And I do have a small threshold. And I gotta be able to turn that. Oh. Oh. You can't drag it. It can only go left. Ooh, that's kind of weird. You want that. You would like that to be at an angle or something. I took the threshold out. Okay. Now this is back to the main setting. I can see my no-go zones and everything. Let's go through all the settings. So it does have a virtual patrol. So it does have a virtual camera on it. Schedule, this is one of the most important things I tell people to do is create a schedule. Have it clean your house once or twice a week. You can do a room, a full. You could have it just mop the kitchen on Wednesdays and have it clean the entire house on Fridays or something like that. Very, very important. Work log, this is where you're going to see all your cleaning history. Map management, there's my map. I could create a new map. Cleaning settings. Okay, so these are going to be important. When the robot cleans the carpet, it will lift the mop pad and vacuum only, suitable for short-haired carpets or mats. That is already checked. Enhanced suction, so it's going to increase the suction when it's on carpet. You could put ignore, avoid, or cross. I like that that's the default. Enhanced edge and corner cleaning. When this mode is enabled, the robot's cleaning area covers walls, edges, during enhancing the cleaning effect. However, this mode may slightly increase collisions. I do like for it to clean against the corners, but this is not the flex. That's not the flexible mop. We want the flexible mop. It was on, so that mop pad will move. Gap in low spaces where the robot is difficult to enter, such as below the kitchen cupboard. The robot will move around while the robot extends the mop. I think that's the twist. It'll twist the robot to get underneath things. Enhanced cleaning beneath and around desk. If you want it to go around desk chairs, really good. Oh, hair cuttings. The cutting time is long, suitable for households with pets. See, they don't explain this enough. Is this a mechanical cutting of the hair? It was sharp when I touched it, but it did feel like there was a mechanical part that maybe moves in there. And now that may be, the cutting time is suitable, or is that when it turns it backwards? I don't know. I mean, it's on turbo. I'll leave it on turbo. Threshold pressurization cleaning. The robot will automatically start strong suction level cleaning near the set threshold. That's off. Auto recharge and resume is on. So if it doesn't finish the job, it will go back and charge and then finish. Voice settings, English. Station settings. Mop washing frequency. So this will be kind of important. You can do by feet. How often do you want the mop to go back to the base station, wash the mop pads, and then go back and clean? Because again, those mop pads have to capture the dirt, take it back. But if it's lower, so it'll clean less before it goes back and washes the mop pad. You'll use a lot more water. So I'm gonna leave it on there. Self-empty frequency, deep, daily, low frequency. I like it. I like that it's on deep. Soft self-emptying. When self-emptying noise is lower, suitable for households with babies. Well, that's kind of nice. Mop washing, daily mop washing. Oh, you can, I guess how long it's going to wash them up. Quick washing, so when it goes back and washes, what do you want it to do? Hot water washing is on. Water temperature, I'm going to do hot. Default was warm. Auto drying, it's going to blow hot air on the mop pads. You could change that to cool, okay. And it's 2 or 3 hours. Self-cleaning frequency. The base station will perform a self-cleaning every time the mop task is completed. This is new. I don't know much about this. They don't explain that a whole lot. I mean, most base stations self-clean when they're cleaning the mop pads, but I don't know exactly what that is. Is that like a separate thing? It sounds like it is. Accessory lifeline. So this is all your different filters. The dustbin filter will never make 150 hours. That thing gets clogged. You just got to clean it probably within, every 100 hours. Dust bag, it does give you a percentage on the dust bag. The mop pads, it doesn't give you a percentage or time. Let's click that. Does it show you how you could buy now? Okay, so that's nice. I like when they make it components, sensors, mop cleaning tray. So there's 2 different accessory lifelines. General. Child locks right here. Do not disturb is on by default. That's important. Fill light. So it does have a LED light on the front, so it can do it in the night. Time zone, areas and feet, calibration settings. I don't know what those are. No. Battery calibration, I'm not sure. Reset the factory, privacy settings, and restart the robot. Okay, so it looks like we're done. No, general AI cleaning butler. What is this? I mean, everything's AI nowadays. It's wanting to figure everything out. The robot will, intelligent environment adjustment. The robot automatically adjusts the mopping moisture based on the environment, humidity, temperature in the city where it's used, such as reducing the water output. Okay, so maybe since it knows what time frame you're in, or I don't know how it does that. How it knows the city, temperature and time. I wish they'd explain that more. Intelligent deep cleaning. All of these are off by default. I would have to turn those on. If the robot has not performed any cleaning for a long time, it will automatically switch to deep cleaning mode. Okay, that's kind of neat, I guess. Spot stain cleaning. The robot strategically cleans the key area when it recognizes particles or liquid. Okay, so I talked about this earlier. We're going to turn that on. And there is a little question mark. So when the robot detects clusters of debris, it will increase suction power and reduce the side brush speed to prevent scattering debris. Turned on. No. That's the only one that has a question mark. So you could turn those on. I'm not 100% sure on those. Wish they'd give us more information. AI obstacle. That was on by default. Superior obstacle avoidance. Intelligent. Exhaustive. This mode reduces collisions with low-lying objects such as slippers. And the robot performs strategic. I mean, I'm going to keep it on the intelligent default. You could turn it off. I wish they would explain those two a little bit different. Pet mode. I like pets. I have pets. Solid stains are similar to pet feces to avoid probabilistic misidentification if pets are selected. Continue. Recognition of home scenarios. The robot recognizes home environment. Yeah, that's fine. Not sure. They don't explain a lot of this stuff. Video patrol. Coded lock. You got to turn that on and give it a code. Manual control. I've never done manual control. Find my robot. Device information. This is all the software, firmware. There's the firmware update, instruction manual, common problems, questions, and plugin. Okay. All right. We're back to the home page. You're always gonna start here. And you can do full, which is going to do the entire house. You can do a room. You just pick the room. And then, or you can do a zone. But you got to add a zone. There's the zone. You move it around, make it big or small, and you tell it what you want to do. But let's go back to room. You got to pick the cleaning passes up to 3. Now down here, you're going to tell it what you want to do. Okay, so they have a smart feature. AI managed cleaning is easy and worry-free. Match cleaning perimeter sequence based on floor type spot stains are cleaned twice. That's interesting. Is that the sensor on the front that's... Again, I mean, you're probably going to leave it in smart, but you can go to vacuum and mop. You can do different suction levels, different 3-level mopping preferences. That's pretty much the wetness of the pad. Clean path patterns, tic-tac-toe mode. After being enabled, when the robot will perform a crisscross sweeping, you know, that tic-tac mode. Different things. You can do vacuum then mop. I like that feature. That way the mop pad's not wet when it's going over the carpet. That's a really, really nice feature. You can do vacuum only, mop only, and then you can do a custom. You can tell it exactly what you want each room to do. You can tell each room what you want. So let's go back. All these are really, really important, especially when you're doing a scheduled cleaning. You can have it just mop. So let's do the kitchen. Now I am going to do let's do a room, the kitchen, and I want to do the smart plan just to see what that's all about. And let's hit clean.
Adding water. Please do not move the robot.
So we're going to see how well it does. Those are fresh, muddy paw prints. We got a bunch of dirt and debris on the carpet, and we've got some corner. So the first thing the robot's going to do, it's going to fill the robot up with water. Then it's going to wash the mop pads, and that's going to do 2 things. That's going to get the mop pads nice and wet, but it also gets them clean. And then it should come out and start cleaning. I like that it gives you expected remaining time. Filling the water tank is 1 minute. Almost 2 minutes long. So I like those. All right, now it's mop washing. Okay, so that was not just for, that's for the entire process. That wasn't just for filling the water. So what you're going to hear now, you're going to hear a series of, you may hear some pumps kick on, putting water down there. You're going to hear the mop pads spin. And then you may hear a dirty water pump kick on and suck it up into the dirty water tank. These are all pretty standard sounds as far as a base station that cleans its mop pads. There's it spinning the mop pads. It's a little bit louder than normal, than most. Okay, it sounds like we're about ready. Yeah, it was making some different sounds. It says it's cleaning now. Yeah, I can see right away that it can vary the speed of that side brush. So it is mopping. Seems like it's spinning those pretty good. I like those mop pads are spinning pretty fast. And it says it has 7 nanometers of downward force, which seems pretty good. Let's check the obstacle avoidance. Ooh, it did recognize that cable pretty good. And then we'll check, it should raise the mop pads when it senses that carpet. And it did, yeah. And it does spin the side brush when it's on carpet. All right, we're going to check the corner cleaning capabilities here in just a second. Okay. It is able to extend that mop pad. I don't think it's able to get that. My cabinets are 4.5 inches. It's not going underneath that lip like I had hoped. And again, this may all change as it cleans the house, maybe makes a little bit better map. But I would like it to go, it's starting to go underneath there. Normally they go right up underneath that and go all along that baseboard. And this could just be a setting that I don't have right. So the pictures have been flying in. So there's my shoe. I didn't take a picture of that. I did take a picture of the trash can. They don't like when you're around them. I do know that, so. See, it lifted its mop pads and just drove through that, which that's typically for navigating. I'm hoping the cleaning pattern gets a little bit better as it cleans my house and kind of understands it. I've noticed it can, one mop pad turns and sometimes there, it raised them and now it's vacuuming. And again, this will get better once it knows where everything's at. After it cleans your house, it knows where all the carpet is. This is the very first cleaning. That's about as close as you can get to the carpet. Yeah. Not sure what it was doing there, if it was going to do its reverse turnaround. And I mean, it did mop up the muddy paw prints, but again, it has to capture that mud, take it back to the base station, and it's almost like it's avoiding it. Okay, so we are getting a notification there's an unclean stain. I really can't, so that did pop up because of that dirt. So there is some sensor technology going on. I don't, again, I've got to learn, they don't explain this stuff really well, so I've got to learn it. And then when I do the review, hopefully I'll know it a little bit better, and I get so many good comments from people explaining this stuff to me, but I would think, yeah, you can't click on it. It doesn't like show you a picture of it or anything. Now, as far as I know, there's no sensor. So what I've really been liking is when base stations have a sensor that can tell how dirty the water is being sucked up into the dirty water tank, and they tell the robot to go back and remop that area. I don't think it has that sensor. They don't say a whole lot. I mean, you really got to decipher these words. They just don't explain a lot with these. They just give like bold statements, and you got to kind of figure it out. Same with that camera on the front. They, you know, is it going to come back and remop this area? You know, I don't know. It definitely did struggle over there in the corner, even though they claim it's a square circle. But it is vacuuming pretty good. And it is relatively quiet, so. So it said cleaning completed. I don't know if it saw me. Sometimes if I'm standing someplace, it'll. Now we're going to get a cleaning. Looks like it's docking pretty good. Okay, so this is the hair cutting. It said hair cutting in progress. Again, they don't explain if it's like making that knife move or if it's spinning the brush roller backwards. I don't know, but it's doing something. Hair cutting in progress. Now, I'm hoping it'll come back and say, okay, because it can tell that it missed an area. I'm hoping it's going to come back and remop that area or something. Okay, here's the self-empty. Okay, so it's going to clean. So it's going to put hot water. This is red or purple. It's going to put hot water down there. It's going to spin the mop pads, suck the water up into the dirty water tank, and if it's completed the job, it'll blow hot air onto it. But I'm hoping it's not done. This might be a little bit louder than typical robots like a Roborock or a Dream, but nothing, not dramatically louder. The self-empty was nice and quiet. Okay, now it's spinning the mop pads really fast. Lots of starting and stopping and lots of noises when it's self-cleaning.
Hot air drying.
Okay. So it did not, it's starting that's the hot air drying. And then it's got 2 hours. Okay, why didn't it? Floor stains detect. This stain may be a pet. Oh, okay. It thinks it's pet waste. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so that's why I didn't go back and clean it. I thought it was pet waste. Okay, I'm on the fence about that. I don't know. I mean, you do want it to avoid pet waste, but it didn't mop up the muddy paw prints, so it's tricky.
Start cleaning the designated.
Okay, let's have it do the torture test on the carpet. We'll check obstacle avoidance. I got some really confetti, lots of dirt and debris in there. I've got it vacuuming only. So it should leave the mop pads raised all the time now, since I told it to vacuum only in. Yeah, I can hear that side brush ramping up and down. I do have it on the highest vacuuming setting. About 65, 67. All right. Looks like it is avoiding that dog poop. Oh, not the cable. I know the cables are pretty hard, but But at least it is avoiding a really obvious dog poop, I hope. Oh no, you should not have gotten that close. No. Sometimes it's fun just to watch what they do. Now, it even recognized it. It said pet poop, but it didn't stay far enough away from it. All right, now we got all kinds of problems.
Paused.
Yeah, the mop heads are wet still, but it needed to dry them yet. Oops. Now that's because of me. No, that's because I dumped it upside down. It's got a bunch of... Oh yeah, it's doing a good job of vacuuming. Wow. Okay, another pet poop. Yeah, it just doesn't see it. It's feeling it wants to go out and play. We're in the middle of a test. Very important test. I know, you want to go out. All right, I'll keep an eye on you. Now, it should recognize that. Okay, it's getting too close to obstacles. No, that's tall enough, it should have recognized that. Okay, so we do have a pet poop recognition. I mean, it actually is vacuuming pretty good. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good vacuum. Okay, it looks like it's going to stay away from that pet poop, I think. So now it looks like it's avoiding it, but we'll see. All right, so we did get an avoidance. That's good. It should avoid this one too. So it's no, it gets way too close. No, that should be the most obvious one to see because it's tall enough. The LiDAR should have hit it, I think. Well, no, this robot is a little bit taller than like a robot, Roborock. It's about 1/4 inch taller, and I do think that makes a difference because that LiDAR then is just that much taller, and if the LiDAR, that thing's spinning on top, if it can sense it, it will really avoid it, but... Yeah, okay, it's identifying that as textiles. Funny, but, you know, boy, we're close. Yeah, Eurekas have always been just, okay, this is a pretty tall order. This is their first true mopping robot that has the spinning mop pads and a self-cleaning base station. It's just not as refined. You mean, this is their first generation. I mean, I want to like it. I think it has a lot of potential, but man, when you compare this to just the Roborock and the Dreams, everything's just a little bit more refined. There's that hair cutting again. All right, here's the self-empty the base after it cuts the hair for a while. I want to see if it emptied everything out, because it was kind of empty in there for a while. Nope.
That's been removed.
I mean, I know that had a lot in it. You know, I don't know. I know that's a pretty tall order, but again, just
That's been installed successfully.
not as refined.
Charging.
Now I can do a self-empty. Click the, I can turn all of this on and off. Self-empty.
Start self-emptying.
All right, they should have got it there. Yeah, it got it all there.
That's been installed successfully.
Okay, let's go to the work log. Let's see the first room that it cleaned. You can't click on the pictures in the work log, and you can't. I mean, you have to know what that symbol means. So that's all you get from the work log, is where it went. You'll have to remember what that symbol means. Zone cleaning. Again, you can't click on the pictures. Kind of limited on patrol log. Oh, that's patrol log. Yeah, $700. I'm not. They're giving you a lot of features. They're giving you a video camera. I mean, optical recognition, I don't think is going to be the best. It just doesn't seem as refined. I've just had so many Roborocks and Dreams. You know, the Dream app and how the, you know, these, we got to remember, like Roborock especially, and even Eufy and Dream, they've been making these robots with with these mop pads that wash themselves. They're on, you know, Eufy's probably on their 4th generation. Roborock's probably on their 20th generation. Dream's probably on their 15th generation. They have kind of got things kind of smoothed out. Like, now, optical recognition, you don't get really good optical recognition until you really buy an expensive sensor. That's like $1,000 robot, that Roborock S8 Max V. It's got a really good sensor on the front. It can sense most of those. But then it lacks that sensor. I'm really a fan of this sensor now. The dirt detection sensor in the base. So these Q-Revos, not all of them, again, it's a sensor and it's expensive. It's like a $200 feature, I think. But some of the Q-Revos, like the Slim and the Curve over there, and even the Dreams, they have a sensor when it sucks the dirty water up into the dirty water tank, it senses that water. And if it says, if it's dirtier than normal, it tells the robot, okay, wherever you just were, go remop it. That's called a remopping event. I really like that feature. I don't see that feature over here on the Eureka, which that's not a deal breaker. It did sense that as dog poop, which I guess I'm okay with that. Corner cleaning capability is not the best. It does spin the brush on the carpet. It didn't get all of it, and it did spin the mop pads a little bit on carpet. So this is probably one of those robots where you want to go back and actually in the map tell it, I have a piece of carpet here. See, like Dream and Roborock, I rarely do that. Their carpet sensing is just so good that when it senses carpet, it raises the mop pads and you're kind of good. This is a little bit taller robot. It did not get underneath my kitchen cabinets, which all the Dreams, all the Roborocks, all the Eufys get underneath my kitchen cabinets. It is about a 1/4 inch taller to the top of that LiDAR, which I think makes a huge deal. We want these things smaller. Did it lift the mop pad, the brush roller when it saw liquid? Not really. You know, they're giving us, and again, they just don't tell us a whole lot. Like this hair cutting. I mean, they need to tell us more what all of these features are. You can't just give us a little blip. Like, tell us, it does this for 30 seconds. It spins the thing backwards. It cuts it like a knife. You know, you can't just give us a picture and expect us to just kind of go along with it. They've got to be more detailed. I mean, I think people want details. We are expecting now these robots to They have so many features. You can't just give us a one sheet paper and say it does this all very well. No, tell me what each feature is. I'm okay if it's 3 or 4 pages long. I'm spending $700. I'm expecting to kind of read all the different features on it. So, and they all struggle with that. Even Roborock, who's been making robot vacuum cleaners for a very long time, struggles with educating the consumer on their product. I think they're still using the old, like I got the QMac. I got them really old robots that are very simple. They just have LiDAR, they navigate, and they clean. And they're kind of stuck with that old philosophy of not telling us a whole lot. And these new robots, like that's the X40, that's the L40. Those are $1,500 robots. You know, the prices are always all over the place. But anyway, loaded with features. I mean, absolutely loaded with features. And I've had to kind of learn them from people telling me in the comments and just from my own world experience. I mean, I was an aircraft mechanic. The first thing I do is when I get these, I go look at the Roborock website, the Amazon website, and I read all the description. I look at all the pictures and I try to decipher what's going on with this robot. And they're just so secretive on what they tell us. And they really need, I think, tell us more. But hey, that'll really, I mean, I guess it's good that they don't, but I'm trying, I mean, as a consumer, you want that information. You don't want to have to go to a YouTube video. I'm glad I'm able to help people, and I'm gathering the information. People are telling me, I don't know everything about these robots, but a lot of people know a lot about them, and they tell me in my comments, and then I pass that information on to you. So things I've learned, I'm passing on to you. Things I learned myself, I'm passing on to you. And that's just what makes this channel so great. Is helping people with these robot vacuum cleaners that are just changing so rapidly. New releases. They're not telling us a lot of information. They're just saying it avoids obstacles. It vacuums. It has AI. You know, this whole AI thing with robots is, I don't know what their sense, you know, they don't tell us enough about it. They need to say, okay, after it cleans your house for 3 times, it figures out where the dirt was and this and that and does things. They just say it has AI and it does everything. And it's like, no, you've got to tell us more. You've got to tell us how you're doing this. We might buy into it more instead of just, oh, trust it's going to clean your house the most efficient way possible. So I did just get done reviewing the 3i S10 Ultra. I mean, that thing's big. It's their first generation. It claims not to have a it doesn't have a dirty water tank. It's a dehumidifier. It's pulling water from the air to fill the water tank up. It's loud. I'm still on the fence about it. It did an okay job. There's the Roborock Q-Evil Curve. That's my Robo Vacuum Cleaner of the year. Again, Roborock. That's probably their 30th generation. So well refined. So, you know, that's a critical strategy, I think, with these. Is you've got to, you know, if you watch my YouTube channel, I make a lot of videos. That's the only way I learn. I don't sit back and take 3 months to make a video on one robot. That video may not be the absolute best, but I try to get as much information out there as I can. And then we learn, then we make another video. And I think that's what Roborock has done. They just release a robot. Okay, it wasn't the best and people want a little bit different. Okay, let's release another one. Let's release another one. I can tell they've learned the most. I know nothing about Roborock, but I can just tell they are learning, they're innovating, and they're releasing right away. And they're not afraid. They must have big pockets because that's got to be very expensive to develop these and manufacture them. They're the ones leading the market right now. No one can release robots as fast as Roborock. Dream is second, followed by Eufy. Ecovacs is around Eufy. I've done a few Ecovacs. I'm just not a big fan of them. I feel like they're just kind of venturing into some, like, they're renaming them and calling them different Yeetie, and I don't like when they're doing that. I want to stick with one brand, you know, I don't like when they're kind of like selling it under 3 different brand names. To be honest, I just can't buy them like that. You know, Ecovacs, I've bought some, but then they'll release a Yeetie that looks almost like the Ecovacs. I'm like, I just can't keep up buying all these robots. So I've done Ecovacs. I just haven't been a huge fan of them now. And if they start releasing, I'll buy about every 4th one or so just to kind of check up on them. And if they start really having some good innovations, I'll get back in them. But, you know, this is where they're going to sell a lot of Roborocks. I've got all kinds of videos on Roborocks. all the Q Revos nowadays. So be sure and check out those videos. This was just a long rant. I'm sorry, but I'm learning so much about these robots, and it's almost like a light bulb is coming on and it's becoming clear. You know, I was excited to review this, and I'm like, oh, right, it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be like, yeah. And it's like, ooh, I've kind of reviewed so many Roborocks and Dreams and Shark and Eufy that, oh, I'm seeing where this is not as refined. It's not as polished. And it really shows. You know, I may not have caught this 2 years ago, how it's just not as polished. I may have just been like super like excited and everything about it, but the more I review these, the more I'm like, no, there's pretty high standards now. $700 is a lot of money. Has some good features. If you're not worried about obstacle avoidance, I think it's okay. But again, there's better. This is a very, very competitive market. And I used to be like, well, would I pay $700 for it now? Okay, yeah, I would. But now I'm getting to the point where there's something better. Like if you have $700, there's actually something better. There's a Q Revo. I think it's the Master. I think it was on sale pretty big time now. It's probably a little bit better one. So now instead of just saying, oh, this is a great one, go ahead and buy it, I'm still going to do all the reviews. If you did buy it, I'll show you how to set it up. I'll show you how to get the most out of it by going through all the settings. And I'll do the review. And if you watch the review before you buy it, hopefully you'll see this is what you're getting for $700. And at the end, I do give a commentary. And I'm going to start holding these to a very high standard. Because I think this is a one-time purchase for you. And I want to tell you, okay, so you can buy this and $700, if, you know, say if this goes on sale for $500, then that's an amazing deal. You would just definitely snap it up, and you would live with the things that it doesn't do well. So there's always that. But I'm going to start telling you, no, this is not as polished. Now, can software make that more polished? Maybe. It's not going to eliminate some of the things. But anyway, yep, this was a big rant. I'm sorry, but I'm just learning so much about these robots that I really love what I do, and I want to get my information to you as soon as possible. I want to get the information out to you. I want to help you with these robots because I think these are awesome to have, but they can be, you could be deflated if you bought one. If you bought one and then it disappoints you, you're going to be like, oh, I just wasted $400. I'm not ever doing this again. And that's where I want to get you. I want to be able to say, look, for like, there was a Q Revo, it's over there. And this is the Pro. It was like $500 on Amazon right now for Black Friday. That's a great deal. It's going to have some shortcomings, but if you have $500 and you're okay with some of these shortcomings, like that one will run over dog poop every time. But if you're okay with that, for $500, that's an amazing robot. For the S8 Max V, you know, or for the Dream L40 and X40, it's going to avoid the poop. Not every time, but most of the time. It's a great job. It's very refined. It's just so much more refined. So I'm here to help. I do appreciate everybody helping me. This has just been a huge, huge team. Look for channel memberships coming really soon. I'm not sure how it's going to be working. I'm working on it right now. I've got a lot to learn with it. It's just me kind of figuring it out, but I'm going to do channel memberships, a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to buy these robots, because in honesty, when you only have so much of a budget, I'm only going to buy the ones that I'm kind of really getting confident in. I have companies wanting to send me ones all the time, and I'm like, no, I've got a budget and I've got time. I only want to do the ones. See, I'm buying these with my own money, and I'm only going to buy the ones that I think are going to do well. I look at the specs and everything, and I give some a chance, and especially if I get a lot of requests. I got a ton of requests for this 3i S10 Ultra. It's kind of a disappointment, to be honest with you. It has some cool features. Kind of a disappointment. The Eureka right now is kind of a disappointment. Lots of people asking me. They missed the market here. They released this way too close to Black Friday. People weren't able to get their reviews out on it. This should have been released the beginning of September or October. They could have updated the software maybe one more time, let people talk about it, but it's just been kind of this unknown. So I bought it really quick, and I'm down here doing a video. It's like 2 days, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to get this video out to you as soon as possible, because it's only going to be on sale for a little bit. These sales don't last. So the sales you're seeing now with Black Friday, Some of these are once a year, maybe twice a year. You might see some of these sales. They're huge. Roborock has almost everything on sale. Same with Dream. I'm blown away by the prices. I paid $2,000 for the X40. It's $1,000 right now. It's an amazing robot. So the prices are just amazing right now. Now I'm really looking, I got this new Dream. I'm looking for more robots in that sub $300 range. I know I've got the Sharks. I've got the 2 Roborocks. Not everybody wants a mopping robot that's kind of fancy and does these, these are $500 up robots. There's been a bunch of releases under the $300 range. Now I don't consider, under $500, I don't consider a mopping robot to mop very well. You've got to get into the $500 range to have an actual mopping robot. But I'm going to start doing a lot more of these Q5. Like that was intriguing. They've got like 4 Q5s, so I bought 2 of them. I already had one. I think I'll buy another one, but the sub $300 range to kind of see what they're at. So I've got lots of exciting videos coming. This is the 3i S10 Ultra robot vacuum cleaner that mops. It doesn't have a dirty water tank. I've got the Roborock Curve. This has been the latest and greatest one. Lots of demand for this. Also recently just got the Eureka. That's the brand new Eureka J15. I'm going to be doing an unboxing on it. X40, love it. It's on sale right now for $1,000. A lot of Black Friday sales going on. That's the L40. I got comparisons with these. I got comparisons with the Roborocks, Dream against Roborock. Best of 2024. We got the S8 Max V. Lots of Q Revos, even the Eufy. We've got the Eufy S1 Pro. That will be going up against that SI. It's got the spinning mop pad on the bottom. And I also got the brand new Shark Never Touch Pro and Never Touch. And that's the Roborock Q Revo S. And here's the latest Shark auto empty cordless vacuum. This is my favorite cordless vacuum with an auto empty base. Love it. It's called the Detect. Power Detect. And there's the old Eureka. I'm not sure about it anymore. The Dream L10S. We got the Q Revo Max V. Ecovacs, not so sure on that anymore. That's the X30. That's an amazing vacuum right now. This is the brand new Dyson Wash G1. Lots of other videos on Roborocks and iRobots. I even got this brand new Dyson, has a new digital slim cordless vacuum cleaner, and this Ninja Thirsty. And I have videos on every single Tineco they make, and I compare them to the Bissells, I compare them to the Sharks. So again, thanks everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support. I do have some exciting news coming up. Some channel memberships. These robot vacuum cleaners are getting super expensive. I really want to review as many of them as I can, but maybe if I open up a channel membership of like a fee every month, then I give you some, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. It's all just, I'm just learning about it now. So there might be some perks for a membership. I can give some free things away or some different things. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm looking into channel memberships to help support my channel. I really would appreciate the support. Again, if you could hit the like, the subscribe button, I really do appreciate it. Again, everybody, thank you so much. Love what I do. I love giving these honest reviews on these robots. A lot more exciting news coming. 2025 is going to be an amazing year with all kinds of different robots. Right now, we are in the middle of Black Friday week, and the sales are phenomenal on these robots. So I've got several videos that show which ones are the best, what are the best deals right now. Roborock Q Revo S right now is hard to beat. The L10S, the Dream L10S and the Roborock Q Revo S are two, for their price point, $500 and $560 for the Roborock. They're amazing robots. Now they're not the best, but those price points are amazing. And I've got videos that will show you that price point, you get a lot of good features. So not all robots are made the same. I'm here to help. Let me help you. Again, check out my other videos. I do all kinds of product reviews, coffee makers, household appliances, lots of things, vacuums that cleans floors and everything. So I love what I do. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again. And so if there is also another way of helping support my channel, justadadcoffee.com. When I first started out, I reviewed so many coffee makers that I thought I would brand my own flavor of coffee, and I did. It's Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's kind of like a medium to dark roast. It's brewed in the K-Cup form, ground coffee, or whole bean. I think it tastes really good. I brew mine hot or ice. This is what I drink, and I think it tastes really good, so I really would appreciate everybody's support with that. And this plaque I got right here, 100,000 subscribers, would not be possible without the viewers and everybody liking and subscribing. So I really do appreciate this. This was an amazing day that happened about a year ago. I'm quickly approaching 170,000, so thank you, everybody. This is all because of you. I hope I'm helping you, and that's the whole reason behind my videos, is helping people. So there's a couple ways to communicate with me. I do have my own Just a Dad Videos group page where you can join. I do free giveaways there. Now, typically sometimes it may not be very big products. Those can be super expensive to ship, but we try to give away as much as we can on this. And I kind of post behind the scenes of how things are going and maybe what future videos are. But if you've got questions, this is a really good avenue to reach me. I do try to look at it about 2 or 3 times a week. I also have an Instagram page. Now, that's my son, Shelton Automotive Group. He has his own auto dealership, but you can check out my Instagram. I do kind of behind the scenes. You know, there's a lot of Miss Fiona and different things. So we have a lot of fun over on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm starting to do more condensed videos on TikTok. You know, they can't be super long, and TikTok has its own TikTok shop. I'm just getting my feet wet in that. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, Just a Dad Videos. Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. So I got some exciting news. I bought this old chiropractor building in my hometown, and we're going to be building a robot vacuum cleaner studio. Let's just take a quick peek here where it's under construction. I think it's going to take another month or so. But man, I'm super excited. We put a wall in here, and this is where all of the robots are going to be. There's going to be a studio here. I'll have some soundproof ceiling in, some lights. But this is going to be super exciting. I can't wait. This is going to give me so much more room to deal with all of the robot vacuum cleaners. Over here, we're going to put a sink. We're going to put a sink so I can empty everything out. And I got a little bit more patching to do. Back here is going to be some storage rooms. So we'll have some storage back here that we can do. But man, am I excited. This is awesome. So I want to thank everybody. None of this will be possible without you. I'll keep you up to date. So this area right here, this was an old sink. So this is where I'm going to be putting, I don't know what I'm going to put here. It'll be a sink of some sort, but I want it to be open so that I can connect to that plumbing. That's a drain line and a water line. I want to put those, I'm going to get the Dream X40 Ultra, the one that it fills itself and empties itself out. I think Roborock has one too. So I think that's the future. That's why I'm excited about the studio, is it has plumbing in some areas that I can connect to and show you exactly how to do that in the future. And there's also a place. There was a little sink right here also. So I got water lines. I put a plug in so that we can plug our robot in, and there can be a little cubby hole for it. So, wow. And I need help with what type of flooring to install. I'm going to put some carpet in here. I'm also going to put some hardwood floor. I think I'm going to put like a light gray, and then I need probably a darker color so that we can see how it cleans different things. I probably won't put marble or anything. I probably should, but it's just super expensive. So anyway, if you got any ideas on flooring, let me know, because this is going to be a studio that we can do testing in, and it's going to be everyday testing. So if there's some kind of flooring that's the most popular or a color that you like, I'll put about 3 or 4 different flooring materials in here. That way you'll get to see it on various ones. So super excited about this. It's kind of a small building, but man, this is going to be awesome. We got a little kitchen we're going to do right here. We're going to put a sink right here. There was a water fountain right here. So we're going to put another robot here. This will clean the entire place. So very, very excited. This is going to be a big room. This was an x-ray room right here. We took out an x-ray machine. It was super heavy. Had to do some repair work. This was the developer room. So this was an old chiropractor office. He had developer tanks. It was a dark room where he developed the x-rays. So it was really we had to do lots and lots of cleaning out. This was kind of the waiting room. There's a window here. We're going to keep this. This was the receptionist area and all that. So yeah, looking forward to this. So thanks everybody. This is coming soon. 2025 for sure. And Miss Fiona loves to play in the leaves. You love being outside, don't you?